So starting with the next chapter of class 11, that is chapter number 6, which is linear inequalities. So students, we have already seen the synopsis of this. Now we are going to start with the NCERT problems. Alright. So the very first exercise here, 6.1, here we are going to solve only the important questions. So 3 important questions I have written on the board, number 4, number 6 and number 8. Alright. So the very first one, solve 3x plus 8 is greater than 2 when x is an integer is first sub question, x is a real number is the second sub question. So by this time you must be very clear what is an integer, what is a real number, okay, and the other set of numbers like natural numbers, whole numbers, complex numbers, correct? So here they are asking x is an integer and x is a real number. So we'll try to solve this, students. So let us start with solving this. 3x plus 8 is greater than 2. So here what we'll do is we'll write 3x. Send this 8 on that side. What will happen? 2 minus 8. What is the symbol we have here? Greater than, as it is. So what is 2 minus 8 here? 2 minus 8 will give us minus 6, correct? So here we can write 3x is greater than minus 6. Now send 3 also on that side. So x will be greater than what? X will be, so this is 3 1s are 3 minus 2s, correct? 3 minus 2s. So what is x is greater than now? X is now greater than minus 2. X is now greater than minus 2, which means here what can we write? X is an integer they are telling, right? And x is greater than minus 2. So that is nothing but here we can write x equals minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So x is greater than minus 2. If it is equal to, then you can include minus 2 here. They are telling x is greater than minus 2, right? So if it is greater than, the next number greater than minus 2 is minus 1, correct? So minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 until it is going until infinite. So this is for if x is an integer. If x is a real number, so how do we represent this? So here we can write minus 2 comma infinity. So what are these both brackets, students? These both are open brackets. So what is the meaning of open bracket? We are not including this value and this is going until infinity. Understanding? If you put square bracket, so when to put the square bracket? If suppose there is an equal to here. So here, so this is the answer of the fourth question. So this is when x is an integer. This is when x is a real number. Alright. So now, for example, if you have x greater than or equal to minus 2, then this must be written as square bracket minus 2 comma infinity. Curved bracket here, square bracket here. Why are we putting square bracket? Because there is an equal to sign, means we are also including minus 2 in our set of values of x. Alright. So this is example number, exercise 6.1, question number 4. Moving on to the next one. Question number 6. Solve the given inequality for real x. So here what is x, students? X is a real number. Alright. So this is the given, so this is an expression, this is an expression. In between what do we have? An inequality. So send minus 7 on that side or send 3x on that side. Okay, send minus 1 on this side. So what we are doing here, we are just grouping now. So if you do the necessary operations here, what will happen? This will something look like minus 7 will be here only. So this will become plus 1 greater than symbol as it is. So this is becoming 5x minus 3x. What do we have here? Minus 6 greater than 2x. Correct? So now what is x equal to? X. So this will be minus 3. Correct? Now x or minus 3. So what do we have here now? X is lesser than minus 3. Correct? X is lesser than minus 3. And what is x there, students? X is a real number. So how do we write? X is equal to, x is lesser than minus 3, right? So lesser than minus 3 is nothing but minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. This is going on until minus infinity. So this is our values of x. So here we can write like this, x is equal to lesser than minus 3. So open the curved bracket, means we are not including minus 3, minus 3 comma infinity curved bracket. So these are the values of x which will satisfy the given inequality. Alright, moving on to the next one. Eighth question. So 3 of 2 minus x is greater than or equal to 2 of 1 minus x. So see this one, 3 2s is 6. 3 into minus x is minus 3x. Greater than or equal to as it is 2 minus 2x. Correct? So what we'll do here, this 2x will get it on this side. Let this 2 be as it is. So if this comes on this side, it is minus sign, right? It will become plus. So 6 minus 3x plus 2x greater than or equal to 2. So minus 3x plus 2x is nothing but equal to how much? 6 minus x greater than or equal to 2. Send 6 on that side. So minus x greater than or equal to 2 minus 6. So minus x greater than or equal to minus 4. Now if you observe on the left hand side and the right hand side of the inequality, we have the minus signs. Correct? On this side also we have a minus sign. On this side also we have a minus sign. So what we'll do here is multiply minus 1 on both the sides. So what happens on multiplying minus 1 on both the sides? These both will become plus. So that is nothing but x and 4. What will happen to the sign, students? Whenever we multiply minus 1, the sign will change. Sign becomes like this. Correct? Now if you read this, x is lesser than or equal to 4. Correct? So how do we write in the terms of brackets here? So square bracket means we are including 4, comma, lesser than 4, right? Minus infinity, open the bracket. So if you have to write it in a roster form like this, x will be equal to minus infinity dot dot dot. So until 4, right? Minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is also included. It is included because it is equal to. So all these values are nothing but the values of x. This is also right. This is also right. Understood? Starting with the next question. Number 10. Solve the inequality when x is real number. So that is written as solve for real x. So students, here the inequality is given as x by 3 is greater than x by 2 plus 1. Correct? So we have to find out what are the values of x such that when x is belonging to the set of real numbers. What we'll do here, x by 2 will take it on the left hand side. So what will happen? X by 3 minus x by 2 is greater than, the symbol will be as it is, 1 also will be as it is. Now take LCM on this side. So if you take LCM on this side, you will be getting 2x minus 3x, the whole divided by 6 is greater than 1. Solve the numerator, you will be getting minus x by 6 greater than 1. Cross multiply, minus 6 is greater than 6, sorry, minus x is greater than 6. So cross multiplication. X is having a negative value, right? To make it positive, what we'll do? Multiply both sides with minus 1. So once you multiply both sides with minus 1, what will happen? This sign will change. What will happen to x? X will become positive. So x, change of sign, is lesser than, it will become minus 6. So x is lesser than minus 6, but it is not equal to, right? So how do we write this? So x belongs to, is lesser than minus 6, so open the curved bracket, minus 6, comma, minus infinity. So this is in what? So these are the values of x in real form. Okay, so when x is real number, so that can also be written like this. X is equal to lesser than minus 6, right? So that is nothing but minus 7, minus 8, minus 9 until minus infinity. So this is the value of x. Understood? Moving on to the next question, number 11. Same thing, 3 of x minus 2 by 5 is lesser than or equal to 5 of 2 minus x divided by 3. So the very first step what we have to do here is cross multiply. So 3 into, so this will become 9, right? So if you cross multiply this 3 here, this will become 9, and this 5 here, that will become 25. So 9 into x is 9x. So this is being cross multiplied here, students. Okay, this is also being cross multiplied here. So after cross multiplication, it is becoming 9. 9 into x is 9x. 9 into minus 2 is minus 18, is lesser than or equal to 25 into 2 is 50, minus 25 into minus x is nothing but minus 25x. Now see, can we group these terms? So 25x will send it on this side, 18 will send it on that side. So what will happen? 9x plus 25x is lesser than or equal to 50 plus 18. Correct? So 25 plus 9 will give us how much? 34x. This is lesser than or equal to 50 plus 18 is nothing but 68. Send 34 on that side, or you can just write like this: 34 ones are 34 twos are. So what do we have finally here? Here we finally have x is lesser than or equal to 2. Correct? X is lesser than or equal to 2. So here we can write x belongs to. So we have an equal symbol, right? Open the square bracket. 2 means we are including 2. Whenever we have the square bracket, it means we are including this number. Whenever we have a curved bracket, means we are not including this number. We are leaving this number. So after this number, we are including. That is nothing but minus 7. Square bracket means we are including this number. Lesser than or equal to 2. Lesser than 2 minus, okay, infinity with a curved bracket. So if you have to write this set in a roster form, then that can be written as x equals, open the bracket, equal to 2, right? So 2, 1, 0, minus 1, and it goes on until minus infinity. So because x is lesser than or equal to 2. All the values are lesser than 2, and we are also also having 2 students. Understood? So these are the next 2 questions. Moving on to the next one. Okay, starting with the next one, number 16. So for real number x, you have to solve the given inequality. It is 2x minus 1 by 3, that is greater than or equal to 3x minus 2 by 4 minus 2 minus x by 5. So students, what we'll do here? First we'll solve the right hand side part, because there are 2 terms, right? See, this is term 1 and this is term 2. There are 2 terms. So we'll just make that as one term. Okay, we'll solve on the right hand side. So once we finish solving the right hand side, then we can cross multiply and find out what are the values of x, such that those values of x will satisfy the given inequality. Alright, so let us start on the right hand side. Left hand side will be as it is. So here we'll write 2x minus 1 by 3 greater than or equal to 15x minus 10 minus 8 plus 4x, the whole divided by 20. What have we done here? On this side we have taken LCM. This will get multiplied here. So 5 3s is 15, 5 2s is 10. And this will get multiplied here. 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. Minus 4 into minus x is plus 4x. And these both will get multiplied as it is. So it is 20. Solve on the right hand side again. So this is nothing but 2x minus 1. Okay, of 20 we'll write on this side. Correct? This will get cross multiplied there. Is greater than or equal to. So this will become 15x plus 4x is how much, students? 19x. Minus 10 minus 18. Sorry, minus 10 minus 8, it will become minus 18. So here 3 of 19x minus 18. Sir, cut. ಹಂಗಾಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಮಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಕೈ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ರೀಶೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ?
ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು ಕೈಗೆ ಇದು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ.
ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ? ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್. ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ
ಹಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅದು? ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ 3 of 19x minus 18. So next what we'll do, solve this 40x minus 20 greater than or equal to 19 into 3. So that will become 20 into 3 is 60, right? 19 into 3 minus 3, that will become 57x. Right, 57x minus 18 into 3. Same thing. So minus 6 it will happen here. So that will be 60 minus 6 is 54. Alright. So what we'll do next? Bring the 40 on this side. Send this 54 on that side. So minus 54 will become plus 54. Minus 20 will be as it is. Greater than or equal to. 40 will become minus 40. 57x will be as it is. Minus 40x. Now what do we write here, students? 57 minus 40 is nothing but 17x. This is lesser than or equal to 54 minus 20 is 34. So 17 ones are 17 twos are. What we got here? X is lesser than or equal to, same thing only, right? Say x is lesser than or equal to 2. So how do we write this now? In the form of roster form. So this can be written as x equals equal to, right? So we'll also include 2. Okay, with 2 what should we include? Lesser than or equal to 2. So that is nothing but 1, 0, minus 1 and so on. So these are the values of x which will satisfy the given equation. And if you have to write them in the real form or in the form of the intervals, so you can write x is equal to, we are including 2, so square bracket 2 and lesser than 2, so until minus infinity the curved bracket. This is also right and this is also. So this is question number 16, students. So now we'll move on to the next question, number 17. Okay, so here we have to solve this graphically. Okay, so whatever inequality is given to us, that we have to solve it graphically on a number line. So the number line I've already drawn there. So we'll put the numbers and solve that. So 3x minus 2 is lesser than 2x plus 1. So what we'll do, send 2x on this side, send minus 2 on that side. So it will become x, okay, 3x minus 2x is lesser than 2 plus 1, correct? 2x will become minus 2 will become plus 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3x minus 2x is nothing but x is lesser than 2 plus 1 is 3. So x is lesser than 3, right? This we got it. So if you have to write it in the roster form again, so x will be equal to 3 is not included, students. It is lesser than 3, then we have to start with 2. So 2, 1, 0, minus 1 and it goes on. Okay, if you have to show it in the form of intervals, then x belongs to, open the bracket 3, why curved bracket? Because we are not including 3, comma minus infinity, lesser than 3. So 3 comma minus infinity. So here if you have to show it on the number line, so what we'll do, so 3 we have to write first. So that 3 is here, then we have 2, then we have 1, then we have 0, then we have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and goes on. So we'll put an arrow mark like this. Here also we'll put an arrow mark, which means it is continuing on the right side as well as it's continuing on the left side. So we are not including 3. So how do we show that? We have to put a bubble. Okay, we have to put a bubble and this is how you have to indicate. So this is the graphical solution, students. Okay, so here one point you have to note, and what is that point is, if suppose, okay, so here I'll write, so this is you write note. Okay, so here it is x lesser than 3, then you have to draw a bubble. If suppose it is x lesser than or equal to 3, then how do you draw that? So same thing, do like this. So this is 3, right? And it is equal to 3. So draw a bubble and also you have to shade it inside like this. Means what? You are including 3 and also the values lesser than 3. Shading means what? You are including it. If you are putting only a bubble and no shading means you are not including 3. You are including all the values lesser than 3 but not 3. So that is a hollow bubble. If you are including 3, then you have to shade the bubble like this. Understood? So this is question number 17. Moving on to the next one. So this is also we have to solve graphically. So left hand side we have 2 terms. We'll solve that first. Then we'll solve this graphically. So here if you take LCM, what will happen, students? This side will remain as it is. X by 2 will remain as it is, greater than or equal to. This will become 25x minus 10 minus 21x plus 9. Correct? 3 into minus 7x is minus 21x. Minus 3 into minus 3 is plus 9. The whole divided by 15. Cross multiply these both. So this will become 15x greater than or equal to. Solve this first, students. 25 minus 21, that is 4. 4 into 2, 8x. Okay. Minus 10 plus 9 is minus 1. Minus 1 into 2, that will become minus 2. Correct? 25 minus 21 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. Minus 10 plus 9 is minus 1. Minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. Now send this 8x on this side. So 15x minus 8x is greater than or equal to minus 2. So 15x minus 8x is nothing but 7x greater than or equal to minus 2. So what is x, students? So x is greater than or equal to minus 2 by 7. Correct? X is greater than or equal to minus 2 by 7. How do we write that? X, now we have equal to, right? Belongs to, open the bracket, minus 2 by 7 comma, greater than, so plus infinity, curved bracket. So this is in the form of intervals. Okay, now we have to show this graphically also, right? So draw a graph, or this is not graphically, this is number line, students. Okay, so minus 2 by 7, so here it is 0. Okay, here we'll have minus 1, minus 2, and it goes on like that. Here also it goes on like that. Here we have 1 and here we have 2. So we'll change the color here. So x is greater than or equal to minus 2 by 7. So minus 2 by 7, where does it come? It comes somewhere here. And it is equal to, right? So what you have to do, draw a circle. So this point is minus 2 by 7. Okay, this is minus 2 by 7. Equal to means we have to include. So shade the circle inside like this. Greater than, so it is going on like this. X is greater than or equal to. So equal to, right? That is why we are shading the circle here. Here it is only lesser than, means we are not including that. Not including means hollow, students. Including means shaded. So this will be the graphical solution for question number 20. Starting with the next one, number 22. So this is a word question, students. Alright, we'll read the question first, understand it. To receive grade A in a course, one must obtain average of 90 marks or more. So if you are scoring 90 marks or more than 90, then you will be getting grade A. Just remember this. Okay? Or more in 5 examinations, each of 100 marks. This is marks. If Sunita's marks in the first 4 examinations are 87, 92, 94 and 95, find the minimum marks that Sunita must obtain in the 5th exam to get grade A course. Okay, so here we'll start with the solution now. See, there is a student called as Sunita and she has obtained 4 marks in the first 4 examinations. So solution, so what is the number of marks she obtained in the first examination? 87. What is the marks obtained in the second examination? 92. Third, 94. Fourth, 95. So how many total examinations are there? See here, there are a total of 5 examinations, right? So 5th examinations we don't know, so let us take it as X. Now when can we grade or when can we give Sunita A grade, students? When can we give Sunita A grade? When the overall average of all these 5 exams is equal to 90 or greater than 90, correct? So see here, average of 90 marks. So average, what is average, students? Average is nothing but sum of observations divided by total number of observations. So that is nothing but average. Alright. So now average should be equal to 90. So in the place of average, what can we write? So here we will write it as 90. Okay, average should be equal to 90 or greater than 90, right? So, okay, what is summation of n? So sum of all these things, summation of n, means summation of observations. So sum all these observations, that is nothing but 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95 plus x, the whole divided by total number of observations are how much? 5. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this average, this is average, right? See, whatever is here in this circle, this is the average. So sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations. If this quantity is greater than or equal to 90, then we can grade Sunita A marks. So what is this x we have to find out here? Cross multiply 5, what will happen? 9 5s are 450. That is lesser than or equal to. So add this up, students. 95, 94, 92. So 90 into 3, 90 into 3. So that will become 270. 275, 279, 281, 281 plus 80, 361, 361 plus 7, 368. So here we are getting 368 plus x. Correct? Now send this 368 on that side. So 450 minus 368 should be lesser than or equal to x. Sorry, should be, yeah, lesser than or equal to x. Now what is 450 minus 360? Students, what you have to do here is 450 minus 350 you do. Correct? So 450 minus 350 will be getting how much? 100. So 100, 450 minus 350, 100. 100 minus 18. So what is 100 minus 18? So that will be equal to 82. Lesser than or equal to So from this inequality, what can we tell? In this 5th examination, if Sunita scores 82 marks or more than 82 marks or more than 82 marks, her grade will be equal to A. Why her grade will be equal to A? Because the average of 5 exams, okay, will be more than 90. So that is the reason her grade will be equal to A if she scores 82 marks or more than 82 marks in the 5th examination. Understood? So this is also an inequality question. So you should also know this average formula. Summation of observations divided by total number of observations, and also to implement this inequality. So this whole thing should be greater than or equal to 90, then only we can give her grade A mark. So coming to the very last question of exercise 6.1, that is question number 23. So read the question here, students. Find all pairs of consecutive odd positive integers. Now, what is the meaning of consecutive? Consecutive means one after the other. So for example, here they are telling odd positive integers, right? So we'll only take the positive numbers. Alright. So when you take the positive numbers, so the very first odd positive number is 1. So what is the next odd positive number? So that is 3, right? The next would be 5, the next would be 7, and it goes on like that. So what is the gap or what is the common difference between a series of odd numbers? So see, the series comes some things like this: 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on. Correct? So what is the difference here, students? The difference here is 2. Correct? So what we'll do here is, so find all pairs of consecutive odd positive integers, both which are smaller than 10. So here what is happening? The odd numbers are smaller than 10, such that their sum is more than 11. So students, how do we start with this solution? Is we will take it like this. Solution. So let the first odd number be. What is the first odd number? Let us assume it as x. Correct? Now the consecutive odd number will be, the consecutive odd number will be equal to how much? X plus 2. Correct? What is 1 plus 2? 3. 3 plus 2? 5. 5 plus 2? 7. 7 plus 2? 9. 9 plus 2? 11, which means the difference between the difference in the series of these odd numbers is how much? 2. So if the first odd number is x, then the next odd number would be how much? X plus 2. They are telling odd positive integers, both of them which are smaller than 10. So both are smaller than 10 such that their sum is more than 11. Okay. So now x is lesser than 10. Correct? This odd number should be lesser than 10, and x plus 2 also should be lesser than 10. Send 2 on that side. Sorry. So this is 10. Okay, send 2 on that side. It will become x is lesser than 8. X is lesser than 10 we are getting here. Okay, this is number 1 we'll take. And here what are we getting? X is lesser than 8. So which one should we consider here? Lesser than 10 or lesser than 8? So x is lesser than 10. Okay, fine. But here we are getting s is also lesser than 8. So this one should be considered. Double tick. Okay, so this should be considered. Now we got an idea. What is the range of x? X is lesser than 8. Alright. Now they are also telling such that their sum is more than 11. Sum is more than 11, right? How do we write this? So this plus this, that is nothing but x plus 2, sum of two consecutive odd numbers, is more than 11, is greater than 11. So solve this. X plus x is nothing but 2x plus 2 as it is, greater than 11. Now send 2 on that side. 2x greater than 11 minus 2 would be equal to 9. X, send 2 on that side. X is greater than 9 by 2, which is nothing but 4.5. Now see the students. X is greater than 4.5. We got this. X is also lesser than 8.5. We also got this. So can we write x like this? X is greater than 4.5, but it is lesser than 8. So what are the values? More than 4.5 but lesser than 8. So those are 5, 6, 7. Correct? More than 4.5, 5. More than 4.5, 6. More than 4.5, 7. But lesser than 8. Correct? 7, 6 and 5. So these are the set of values of x. So what are we interested in? We are interested in odd numbers. So what are the odd numbers here? 5 and 7. So therefore x is equal to 5. x plus 2, that is nothing but 5 plus 2 will be equal to how much? 7. Their sum is greater than 11. Here the sum is 12, which is greater than 11. And they both are lesser than 10. 5 is lesser than 10. 7 is also lesser than 10. So this is the solution for this question. Will be stopped. So this is the end of this exercise. So we'll start with the next exercise.